Okay, let's talk about Enzo Maresca because we know that he will be the next Manchester City coach, and I feel like the reason why Chelsea finished so bad, finished 10th in the league, he is for me the big reason. He's for me the biggest reason why Chelsea did not finish well, you know, last season. As we know, Chelsea finished 10th, which is embarrassing. A club like Chelsea finishing 10th, and I think he's the reason, the main reason why Chelsea did not finish well. Because if Enzo Maresca was still the Chelsea coach till the ending of the season, Chelsea will finish in the top four because he's a very good coach. Enzo Maresca is a top coach, a top coach. So if he was there, Chelsea finished. If he was there to the end of the season, I think Chelsea could have finished in the top four, because if you consider how Liverpool finished the season, I think Chelsea will finish above Liverpool. I also think Chelsea could have finished above Aston Villa because that was the time Aston Villa was struggling in the league, which Chelsea also beat them that period when they were struggling. So I feel like Chelsea could have finished above Aston Villa. I also think Chelsea could have finished above Liverpool if Enzo Maresca was still the Chelsea coach till the ending of the season. But obviously, he was looking at Manchester City job. He was looking at that job. That's the job he wanted. That's the job he wanted because he was talking to City, or City were talking to him while he was the Chelsea coach. And that period when Chelsea was struggling under him before he left the job, that was the period that City were talking to him. That was the period that City, now that period City they talked to him. And I feel like probably he was struggling with the Chelsea job because that time, that was when Chelsea were struggling under him. So maybe while City was talking to him, he wasn't even concentrating on the Chelsea job. He was busy thinking of the City job, and then the team was suffering. The team was struggling. You know, like I said, I rate him. I think he's a very, very good coach. I rate him, and I feel like he will do well at City. The reason why I feel he will do well at City because one, is a good coach. Two, City have the players already for him to work with, and they will also back him with quality players. You know, and I feel like Enzo Maresca used Chelsea for me because let's be honest, if Enzo Maresca wasn't the Chelsea coach, do you think City could have signed him to be their coach to replace Pep? I'm not sure because he was managing Leicester City. So if maybe he comes back with Leicester City to the Premier League, and then whatever he did with Leicester City, how are we sure that City will want to get him? Because I feel like the reason why City are coming for him, yes, they know him, they know he's a good coach, but do they know he is that good to manage Manchester City? Because I feel like they have seen him managing Chelsea, taking Chelsea to top four, using Chelsea to win the Club World Cup. I feel like the Club World Cup was the kind of experiment that they saw to say, okay, this man, I think he's ready to manage our club. For him to do what he did in the Club World Cup, beating Paris Saint-Germain 3-0, Luis Enrique 3-0 in the Club World Cup, I feel like that's what they saw. I say, okay, I think this guy is good enough to replace Pep. With this man, we can win the league. With this man, we can win the Champions League. I feel like that's what they saw. Because if he wasn't the Chelsea coach, if Chelsea did not give him this opportunity, I'm not sure if City would want him. Chelsea were the team that took that gamble on Enzo Maresca. And then people now say, oh, this coach is really, really good to manage the top teams. But yeah, for Enzo Maresca, it was really disappointing how he left the club. And like I said, him leaving Chelsea was the reason Chelsea finished this bad, finishing 10th. But it's a good thing that Chelsea have another coach now, Xabi Alonso, that probably is better than him. Now, I'm not saying Xabi Alonso is better. So probably he could be better because there's no way we overlook what Xabi Alonso did with Bayer Leverkusen. We will not overlook that. For him to, join Bayer Leverkusen mid-season, middle of the season, when they were struggling, they could have, when they were struggling in relegation position, and then they were, I think, 16th or 17th, and then he took them to 6th position. In the first time he came, they were around 16th position. He took them to 6th position to qualify for Europa League. And then the next season, he then won the league. He won the league with Bayer Leverkusen. And we shouldn't forget to tell you how good he is. I mean, every club wanted him at that time when he won the league with Bayer Leverkusen. Liverpool wanted him. Real Madrid wanted him. Bayern Munich wanted him. Even before Bayern Munich went and signed Vincent Kompany, he was the one. He was their first choice. But then he decided to stay one more season with he decided to stay one more season with Bayer Leverkusen. And then obviously he was looking at the Real Madrid job. I feel like that's another reason why he did not sign for Liverpool, because he was looking at the Real Madrid job. So, like I said, there's no way we overlook what he did with Bayer Leverkusen. He's a top coach. And I'm so confident that he will do well at Chelsea, especially if they will back him. I'm so confident that he will do well, at Chelsea. But for Enzo Maresca, like I said, really disappointing that he left Chelsea the way he did. And for me, the reason why Chelsea did not perform well, because if you check, while he was there are a couple of players that were performing well. Then when he left, they started struggling. Caicedo was performing well. Even when Chelsea were struggling, Caicedo was performing well. Cucurella was performing well. But then and then another player that was performing again was the goalkeeper. Robert Sanchez was performing, was doing well. And then he left, all these players started struggling. They started struggling because he knows how to use these players. So, but yeah, it's really disappointing how he left the club. But it will be interesting to see how he will manage Manchester City. But for me, I rate him. I think he's a very good coach. But I still think the reason why Chelsea finished the position where they finished 10th, he is for me the biggest reason. He's the reason why Chelsea did not finish in the top 4. So your thoughts, your opinion on this one, you let me know.